Some people boil hot dogs, some people put them in the microwave. Most people would agree that preparing them on the grill is probably the best way to enjoy a hot dog. But what about toasting them? Hello to all my loyal subjects. My name's KingWolfOwls, and today we're testing the Nostalgia brand hot dog toaster. I'll put a link to it in the description below. But essentially, I saw this thing online at one point, and I was like, I gotta have that, and I just never bought it. And then the other day, I was sitting down, and I was like, you know what? I'm buying it. So we're gonna test out how well it does today. I got some ballpark all beef dogs, and I got some generic brand hot dogs just to see if they toast a little bit differently on the same setting. We're gonna start with the generic hot dogs. I got my little tongs here to get it out of the toaster if it gets stuck. I have not used this thing yet though. We're gonna set it. Okay, it goes up to 5. We're gonna set it up to about 4. And we're going to do them both. And yes, I'm eating 4 hot dogs in one sitting. I haven't eaten lunch and I'm an American. It's what I do. I am going to be eating these without any sort of condiments or anything, just as a control test. That's already, yeah. That sits in there kind of weird. Supposed to do it open towards this plate. You can see, so yeah, that's the best part about generic buns is they all end up coming out different sizes in the package. So we're gonna set this to 4, which I presume is 4. Let's see, that didn't even go all the way down. 4 minutes. So yeah, we're going to get the tongs. There we go. So yeah, that is heating up like a regular toaster. I can see the elements in there kind of lighting up. So yeah, we're gonna see if this is worth it. 9 times out of 10, because I'm too lazy to turn the grill on, I just microwave my hot dogs for like 30 seconds and they're done. Ooh, I can already smell that bread starting to toast. Depending on how you prepare a hot dog, it gets to a different consistency. So, like boiling it versus microwaving it, you get a different, like, the meat cooks a little differently, so you get a different texture on your end result. So I'm curious as if this will come out more like a grilled texture or otherwise. Something smells like it's burning. I think it's just the bread toasting, but something smells like it's on fire. This is already going very well just from the smell I'm getting from this thing. You ever have a toaster like well overdo your bread even though you set it correctly? That's the smell I'm getting right now. It's like burnt bread, but also like the element. I can smell the elements in the toaster burning. All right, we're gonna make a cut about halfway into this cooking. I can see that the buns don't look like they've toasted really at all, from what I can see from looking into it. I went and grabbed a Mountain Dew, by the way. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. That's what the burning smell was. So I could see the hot dogs changing color and obviously cooking. So it looks like I can probably pull that out, but we're not gonna try and do that. So hot dog got a couple burns on it from the elements. So yeah, that looks well cooked. But you can see this one here, for whatever reason, got a nice good char on it in one spot. So I don't know if that was directly touching an element or what. That was probably the smell I was getting. Ooh, that's nice and toasted. You got some char on the ends. There's also there we go, yeah. So the buns came out nice. The one review I was seeing online was saying that the biggest issue with this thing is the buns not fitting properly. But I didn't seem to have that issue. So yeah, we're going to do it without any condiments. And this is the generic bun and generic dog in the toaster. Oh heck yeah! So when you microwave a hot dog, A lot of times they get too soft. When you boil a hot dog, usually they're a little too springy. And then when you grill a hot dog, it gets that nice in the middle consistency you want for a hot dog, for at least my personal preference. The consistency of the meat out of this thing is just about where it would be at off a grill. It doesn't have the same smokiness is probably the word for it when you get those nice char, the nice char on the hot dog from the grill. If I had left this in probably on the 5 setting instead of the 4 setting, it probably would have been a little more like that one has the burn on it, or the char on it. The bun being toasted on the outsides of it gives it that nice like toasty crunch. That is, I think honestly, it took longer for that to cook than it would have in the microwave, but I think that wait time is worth it. So I'm gonna let this thing cool off, and I'm gonna finish these hot dogs, and then we'll move on to the ballpark dogs. So the other ones are out of the way. Ballpark all beef dogs, my personal favorite. Now these are the bun size, so they're definitely bigger than the previous dogs. Got my nice fluffy ballpark buns. Get that in there. Bam. I'm going to set it for the same amount of time, just because as a control test, we want to see if different buns and different dogs cook differently. Which they should. That slid in by itself. That was okay. Cool. There was a warning label on here that I didn't read beforehand that says that the element may smoke the first time it is turned on. That was probably the burning smell, other than obviously there was a little bit of char on that one hot dog. That might have been the burning smell, was the element kicking on for the first time. So yeah, it says on here, don't worry if the element smokes a little bit on the first use, because that's just how it is. But yeah, the first ones came out fine. We'll see how these ones come out. I will see you when this is finishing up. There it goes. Ooh, that's toasted even better than the generic one. That's nice and crispy and flaky. You got that char on the outsides. Oh yeah. That's all that nice char on that. That looks like a grilled hot dog. Well, kind of similar. So yeah, you got those. And again, that could be from it being all beef, and I can't remember. Actually, let me check real quick. The generic dogs. So the generic dogs were chicken and pork. These are all beef ballpark dogs. So these were bigger. Putting this thing for the same amount of time. This already has like char and hot dog grease on it. That's fine. I'll have to figure out how to open this up later and clean it. But yeah, that it looks like a grilled. Other than obviously on this, the char spots are like circles, and a grill, it's the grill marks. But that looks much more like a grilled hot dog than the first one did. $1,000,000% better than putting this thing in the microwave. That is absolutely delicious. You get that char taste like it was put on the grill. You get the nice consistency that it was cooked properly. This thing was like $25 to $30. I don't remember exactly how much it was. And worth every penny. Absolutely. If you eat a lot of hot dogs, worth every penny. If you're eating more than 2 in a sitting, or you're making for multiple people, probably not a good idea. But if you're just like, I need lunch and I want hot dogs and I don't want to fire up the grill, this thing is an awesome alternative, actually. The main thing I've seen online for this thing is people having trouble getting the buns in and out of the toaster, but as you can see with both of these, it was not really a problem. The biggest problem was they didn't want to, like the first set of hot dogs, they didn't want to push down. You could just use the tongs and then they're done, and then pull them out with your hands. As long as you're gentle with them, don't grab them and pull at them, because obviously they've been toasted, they're gonna rip apart. But yeah. This toaster makes a good hot dog. Can confirm. works with generic or ballpark, Oscar Mayer, whatever you want to do. It should work fine, because we tried the bun length dogs and the shorter dogs. Both worked fine. The bun, it could be that they are all beef, but the bun length ones actually came out better than the chicken and pork ones from a cooking standpoint, not even from a taste standpoint, because obviously taste is going to be different for chicken and pork versus beef. But from a cooking standpoint, the longer dog actually cooked better than the shorter dog, even though they were cooked for the same amount of time. Oh, it's a fan. I thought this thing was sizzling at me and I was about to be scared, and it's a fan over in the other room. So yeah, that is the Nostalgia hot dog toaster. It'll be in a link in the description below if you want to check it out. They also have like a grilled cheese toaster and like margarita makers and stuff. So if you guys want to see me test any of that stuff out, let me know. Yeah, it feels good to have this in my home now. I will use this thing probably way more than I need to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Be good people, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.